No.
I woke up this morning with my shoes untied. Trouble tried to ride me, but I shook that ride. The mirror said, boy, you got work to do. Step out that door. Let the light shine through. Oh, the light shine through. Yeah. Yeah, the light shine through. When the night gets heavy, let the soul break through. Oh, the light shines through. Hallelujah, it's true. Every dark cloud's got a little light shining through. The train was late and my coffee was cold. My pockets are empty but my spirit's gold. I heard the horns blow, angels on cue. They said, lift your chin, let the light shine through. Oh, the light shines through. Oh, yeah, the light shines through. When the night gets heavy, let the soul break through. Oh, the light shines through. Hallelujah, it's true. Every dark cloud's got a little light shining through. Let it shine, let it shine, let it shine, let it shine on me like a river, like a flame, like the roots of a tree. Fire sings louder. I feel brand new when I move my feet. The light shines through. Oh, the world gets rough, but I've got my groove. I'll dance through the fire. I've got nothing to lose. When life hits hard, I know what to do. I raise my hands high, let the light shine through. The light shine. Oh, the light shine.
Not much like that president, break it. It's so play. English way, hey,
And ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, cats and kittens, G. Torres, Politica, welcome back to the podcast. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Podcast is your home for rational crypto news and objectivity. Leaving emotion at the door. I got a gnat flying around here. Leaving emotion at the door, talking about what we like, why we like it, and where we see it going. We are not offering financial advice. We're telling you what we do. That is all. We don't slow down. We don't let up. Full speed is our only speed. I'm your host, Scott, pragmatic investor who has won and lost fortunes. And joining me, as always, is the greatest producer of all time, the one, the only, the original, the mighty Bell. How are you doing tonight, Bell?
You know what? It's been an interesting day. I mean, I took 5 minutes to play one of my little games, and what do I see in chat? Oh, you might have some interruptions with our game because AWS just went down.
Yeah. And, it's kind of funny. And you know what? I'm addressing this directly to G Torres. I'm even going to go big screen for this. I got to structure this one a little bit more tonight, guys. We've been off microphone for, 7, 8, 9 days now. And it's kind of hard to hit the ground running. So I had to structure this show a little bit more. I got a couple of monologues, deep, meaningful stuff. I could still write. So, crypto does not take itself seriously. And again, I'm talking directly to Carlos here, man. Crypto does not take itself seriously, not even close. For all of their ethos and all their standing on the mountain and all the new money and we're going to change the world and we don't need them kind of shit. AWS outage today kind of shows that you do. And the irony of the whole thing, by the way, they all got hit with the irony club today. The irony of the entire thing is not a lot of people really noticed that you were 100% down from about midnight last night to whenever they started to restore systems. And I'm speaking for myself in Political right now because we've been ground floor when these things nuke. We've been there, all right? I've restored data centers. He's restored data centers. We've been there, all right? We know what goes on in this. What I mean by that is for all of the decentralized infrastructure that exists out here in Web3, and there's a lot of it, none of you fuckers will use it. You don't want anything to do with it. You want the status quo. You beg for the status quo. You bend over backwards to use the status quo. Because you know who did not suffer an outage today? Sigea Cloud. Not even for a single second were we offline. Not even for a single second were people removed from their data. We weren't down at all because we actually use decentralized infrastructure that has nothing to do with Amazon Web Services or Microsoft Azure or Meta or Google or Apple or any of the other big tech people that you swear up and down that you're doing everything you can to separate yourself from, except when it comes to your tech. And if you are beholden to AWS and you just prove to everybody that you are, then you don't take yourself seriously. This is simply a game. And all of this talking that you do about privacy and sovereignty, it's just lip service. Because when push came to shove, when you had all the time in the world to move over to decentralized infrastructure, you simply won't do it. You still trust them all the way up and all the way down. You prefer centralization to decentralization. Now, I'd understand if there wasn't an option, but there is an option. There is an option. You just don't want to use it. So I happen to find that one very, very interesting, Bell. And the people who are going to kind of drive forward the deep in decentralized narrative, they're going to be small builders like us. It's not going to be your powerhouses. It's not going to be all the people that you trust implicitly with your money. It's not going to be them. They are never going to leave. There is no incentive for them to maybe learn how to do something a little differently or maybe how to use DPIN, and it ain't that goddamn hard. There's just no incentive for them to do it. So even though they were down and they were down hard, you don't hear any of them saying, boy, I wish we used DPIN. You just don't. And for that, Carlos, I swear up and down, it is just a game to them, bro. They are still in max extraction, the same as virtually everybody else in this space. They just want to get as much money out of it as they can while it survives, and then they're going to move on to the next thing. They're pets.com. They are pets.com. You can go ahead and quote me on that one. So with that, I have a little something to say, unless Bella would like to add anything on to that, because, again, I noticed that Sigea Cloud kept working, that we didn't even notice, and I noticed that nobody popped up except for Toot. Toot actually popped on there and said, hey, kept using Sigea Cloud, so we at least have one advocate that noticed. Anything you want to add to that, Bell, or else I'm going to go ahead and get into the show?
You know, it's getting bad when Elon Musk actually gets on X and says, Yeah, I guess I know what cloud provider Signal is using, and they aren't using their own.
Yeah, I mean, it wasn't even, and that's funny, right? I mean,
Wasn't subtle.
like I said, the irony club. And when Elon Musk is pointing it out to you, the fuck, man. You guys got to pull your heads out of your ass eventually sometime. So, look, man, we've been away from it. If you don't go on every single day, your crowd goes down. We've accepted it for a very, very long time. And we're incredibly product focused right now. We care more about our stuff than we do about anything else out here. Every time I think I got a real good handle on it, AWS has an outage. 80% of Web3 goes down and nobody gives a shit. So it just completely disillusions me again, the fact that anybody thinks they're taking this space up even remotely seriously. Sorry, I dropped my thing, and I'm on teleprompter tonight. I don't apologize for that. I do the writing, but the teleprompter I don't remember it all. Sometimes it needs the teleprompter to get it out right. And yes, I'm well aware that I have a hole in my jeans. You know what? They still got a lot of life left in them, Bell. All right, these jeans still got a lot of life left in them. So I'm gonna go ahead and ride them until ride it until she bucks you, or don't ride it all. So I'll tell you what. Hit a couple comments real quick, Bell, and I'll get into my spiel. I want to drink my booze, and I got a fresh bottle I want to open up. So go ahead and do your thing, Bell.
All right. So the one question we've gotten is from G Torres, and this was actually put up on Discord. A video commenting on the AWS outage was posted in Discord, and G Torres went, okay, software lives on the cloud. I'm not sure what he means by centralized software. I'll give you an example, G Torres. The game I play, Solitaire Cube, while it has its own functionality, it's backed up to the cloud. I mean, pretty much it's like how Sigea is built on top of Jackal. Okay? When he's talking about centralized software there, he is talking about every application, every software program that is built on top of AWS.
There's a lot of them. There's an awful
Yeah.
lot. All right, guys, give me just a second here. So we got a brand new fresh bottle of booze that is called 13th Colony Distilleries Cask Strength Small Batch Southern Bourbon Whiskey hand selected, and this stuff is 120 proof. Bell, does that sound familiar? Does that sound familiar to something else that like roasted my face? Well, let's see. Ooh, oh, daddy, that's toxic. Oh my god, that is nuclear waste right there. Let's see what they do. They write on the bottle that this should be drunk slowly. I was like, you think that stuff is that's getting up towards mash level right there. The color's good though, right? You guys are seeing that, right? The bottle's pretty cool and the color's really good.
That's a pretty color.
Yeah, let's see what this shit does to me, because this is going to be harsh. I have some Iowa bourbon in me right now, so I'm already a little bit warmed up. So give me just a second here. This is your, what is it, ASMR moment. Oh, that's good. That's good. Bell's frozen up. Zoom and all of our other software back here uses AWS in one form or another because we haven't built an alternative yet. But as long as this shit, and she's frozen, so as long as this shit keeps happening, then
Dang it.
it just great. It incentivizes us more and more to go ahead and build our own substitutes. You guys know we've been out of town. You know who we've been talking to. I think we've made some mention of them. We're going to get a couple of those teams are going to be on the stream. It's like a bolt of lightning. Like a bolt of lightning hit me. We're going to be fine. I don't know about Web3, but I can tell you right now, Sigea Cloud's going to be just fine. So what? All right, there we go. So let's go ahead and get into it a little bit. Yeah, you can tell that we're rough. We've been away from it. So let me tell you, folks, tonight, Carlos, if my fucking teleprompter thing will stay on. If not, this is going to be weird. All right, tonight, Jason, you son of a bitch, you, Jason, we're diving into a story that's got the tech world. I'm taking these off, man. That's distracting. We are diving into a story that's got the tech world in a frenzy. Not us, but the tech world. If you were online today, you felt the earthquake, the massive AWS outage that brought half of the internet to its knees. That's right, folks. Jeff, Amazon Web Services, the Goliath of cloud computing, crashed hard this morning. And not only did it crash hard, it crashed brutally hard. I know because I've been there. And when AWS falters, the digital world feels it. It kicked off around midnight Pacific time. Jeff, fact check me here. AWS reported spikes in error rates, DNS resolution failures, which is nerd speak for your website's lost in the void. Now, by morning, it was pandemonium. Snapchat, offline. Roblox, dead. Ring doorbells. I love this one, Bell, by the way. Ring doorbells, the pinnacle of security, useless. Even giants like Delta Airlines and McDonald's were scrambling. Their apps were crippled. Reuters called it a major outage, disrupting apps worldwide. And CNN noted that while Amazon claims it's fully mitigated, the fallout lingers. Let me tell you something about an outage like this. It's never fully mitigated. It takes weeks and weeks and weeks to assess the damage. Hours of downtime. Frustrated users venting on whatever platform still worked. And companies hemorrhaging millions. Here's the kicker, guys. The outage didn't just hit your usual apps. It obliterated parts of the so-called decentralized Web3 world. The promised land of blockchain, crypto, NFTs, and DeFi, where folks preach about escaping big tech's grip, building a resilient internet with no single point of failure. Have you heard these words before? Decentralization is the future. That's what they proclaim. It's on X every day, waving the flag of trustless systems and user sovereignty. Well, folks, plot twist. Ton of these Web3 projects, most of these Web3 projects are still tethered to AWS, despite all the talk of peer-to-peer networks and distributed ledgers. By the way, we are peer-to-peer right here, pal. Many host their front ends, databases, and even smart contract infrastructure on Amazon servers. Why? That seems to be the question, Bell. Why? Because it's convenient and it's cheap until it's not. And true decentralization is tough. Let me tell you about our workflow. But when AWS crashes, like today, poof, your decentralized app vanishes faster than a rug pull scam. It vanishes faster than TVL on Mantra. I'm going to hit a round of applause on that, Bell. You're frozen up, by the way. I think that's great. Let me break it down. All right, Web3 folks, they love to dunk on centralized systems for being fragile. Fragile. Carlos, talking to you, bro. Remember Solana outages or Ethereum's gas fee spikes during NFT frenzies? You remember that? Yet, behind the scenes, platforms like OpenSea, Uniswap's interfaces, and countless DeFi protocols rely on AWS for hosting and APIs. Some blockchain nodes even run on EC2 instances. Tom's guide says this outage broke most of the internet. And Al Jazeera, I said it, Jeff, Al Jazeera, noted it hit everything from social apps to e-commerce. If your dApp went dark today, welcome to the irony parade. Did you like that, Jason? Clip that. Welcome to the irony parade. I want you to think about it. These projects raise millions in token sales. What do they promise? Bell, what do they promise? You ain't got to answer. I got it. censorship-resistant future, but they're leaning on Jeff Bezos's infrastructure. It's like a vegan chef sneaking a burger. That's what it is. Is it hypocritical? You bet your ass it is. Today's outage exposed all of it. Services were down for hours. Users couldn't access wallets or trade. And crypto markets could have dipped from the chaos. Probably not, because we're so freaking stupid to not realize the irony of this. Amazon's status page logged disruptions across regions, and the LA Times highlighted impacts on gaming and smart homes. Think about that for a minute. Your house doesn't work, Bell. AWS had an outage, so your house doesn't work. You can't write this. Now for Web3, it's a reality check. We're not going to care. This will disappear from tomorrow. Web3 has a 5-second goldfish memory. If it didn't happen within 5 seconds, it never happened. But you can't claim to be the future if you're stuck in the past. Now, I'm going to turn this into a promo, an infomercial. I told you before I started that I was going to. But let's talk about something different, something that we are proud to be building. We're the founders of Sigea Cloud. And let me tell you, we didn't even notice today's AWS outage. Why? Because we built on truly decentralized infrastructure using protocols like Jackal and a cache. We're not just another cloud service with blockchain slapped on for hype. Our system is distributed, mobile first, and designed with privacy at its core. And when AWS goes down, we don't care. Now, what does that mean for you? Your data isn't sitting in a vulnerable AWS data center in Virginia, just waiting for a glitch. It's spread across the decentralized network of storage providers. Real, true, peer-to-peer storage, where nobody holds all the keys, with military-grade encryption. Only you and your intended recipients can access your files. You hearing me, Carlos? Are you hearing me, Jeff? During today's chaos, our users kept sharing, kept storing, and kept working without a hiccup. Would you like to see our trace logs? Because we'll splash them up. It doesn't tell you fuck all. That's the glory of what we built. I could show you every single log of every single transaction on our system, and there's dick you can make from it. We'll give it to the court. Here you go, man. Knock yourself out. But that is the power of no single point of failure. If one node drops, we're a self-healing network, man. Others step up seamlessly. We've poured our hearts into Sigea, and it is a game changer. We are focused on privacy, and we are built for everyone. Now, whether you're storing photos, documents, sensitive data, PII, financials, seed phrases, doesn't matter. As one Reddit user said in a Cosmos Network thread, and we did have one, if you're using iCloud or you're using Dropbox, Sigea Cloud is the decentralized alternative that you've been waiting for. We're talking end-to-end encryption. No central servers to crash, nothing to hack. Now, unlike competitors, unlike competitors like freaking Iagon, which have faced centralization critiques because they are centralized. Proven. We keep it real. Scalable, secure, and user-owned. Want you to picture this, Carlos. You're running a Web3 project. This is how easy it is to use us. Nobody will. Nobody will. We've given up on Web3. Web3 has proven itself over and over and over that they don't care. But let's say you're running a Web3 project, and while AWS is down, your users keep transacting, sharing, and building. That's what we've built with Sigea. No service unavailable errors, no lost revenue, no lost files. For everyday users, it's peace of mind. Your memories and files are safe, no matter what big tech servers do. We're live, iOS, Android, desktop. But let's zoom out just a little bit, guys. Today's outage isn't just about AWS or Web3. It's about the fragility of our internet. AWS, Jeff, write this down in case you didn't know. I know you do, bro. I know what industry you're in. I'm in the same industry. But write this down anyway. AWS holds over 30%, 30% of the cloud market. And Microsoft and Google, they're not far behind. One misstep. We saw it. Jeff, you've been there. I've been there. And billions feel it. Web3 was meant to fix this. But too many projects took shortcuts, mixing decentralization with centralized crutches. And you are either centralized or you're not. It is just that binary. I say it's time to commit. That's why we built Sigea Cloud the way we built it. It's not perfect yet. Nothing is. But it's a step toward a user-owned future. As the Sigea Foundation recently blogged, decentralized storage can be a public good, scaling globally without big tech's bottlenecks. Now with Sigea, we're giving developers and users the tools to break free. We're encrypted, we're intuitive, and we're ready to disrupt. So here's the deal, folks. Outages like today's are a wake-up call. If you're preaching decentralization, mean it. Mean it. Don't build on someone else's sand. Join us, Sigea Cloud. Let's build a resilient private internet together. To all of my Web3 builders out there, I know there's one. Ditch AWS training wheels. To our users, try Sigea and see what true decentralization feels like. Thank you for allowing me to rant and rave here. I know it's not the time, but Bell, I think it is exactly the time to discuss this. Because again, for all of our talk, what have we said forever and ever, and what have we said on this program? It's lip service. People pay lip service to it. And when it goes down, they are gone. They don't want to take responsibility for their fucking products. They want to be able to blame somebody, anybody. That's all it is. And right now, all of these transactions that didn't happen, all of these problems that happened, they can say it wasn't us. It was AWS. And not a single person out there will say, why are you using AWS? That's the question. That's the tweet for tomorrow.
Well, and if you think it is literally just AWS that's been affected, okay, oh God, this is great. So per NBC News, this affected a lot of things, okay? This affected Snapchat. So if you use Snapchat, you were screwed. This affected the game Fortnite. So if you were in the middle of gaming with your buddies and wondered why Fortnite went down, that's why. It did have, and yeah, I can attest to this. Okay, so Amazon's Prime Video and Alexa and Amazon, the ordering platform itself, were affected by this. I can't testify to Alexa, but I can to I was trying to get office supplies through Amazon proper. Couldn't do it. Got the screen with the dog saying something went wrong on our end. This affected Venmo. So if you were trying to send, $5 to a family member, so they could get a cup of coffee, they weren't getting it. Coinbase, guess we know who they use for their cloud provider.
You know what? Coinbase has still got that bullshit thing up on top, network services and outages and all this other shit. I work in the industry. I know exactly what's going on right now. In fact,
Yeah, they're scrambling trying to recover from earlier today.
in fact, Political, you don't have to direct the questions at me. You can direct them right there at Political in the chat and let him deal with this bullshit, because this is kind of his job. That's what's funny, Mel. This is kind of your job, Jeff. So go ahead and calm all the nerves, because I know your phone's been ringing all day. All day. Go ahead, carry on, Mel.
All right. So again, Signal, which we already knew about thanks to Elon Musk, tweeting about it.
Oh my.
Um, and government websites. And again, that's coming from Wired, that's coming from NBC, that's coming from a lot of news outlets.
You know, I've been there. Did I ever tell? I'm going to tell a little story right here, real quick, Jeff. Jeff, do you know what? Are you listening? I want to make sure that he's on there, because nobody else is going to get this story, but Jeff will get this story. You know what an STS is, right, Jeff? I'm not going to elaborate on that, because I know you know. You know what an STS2 is, right? So I was out at a place, I'm pretty sure you know, in my area of the woods where all these STS lives. And you understand that when we're doing this, it's basically just follow the procedure. You read it, you confirm, you perform the action. So in this particular one, the call out was roll B1. Roll B1 was confirmed. The hand went to B2, and the hand just went ahead and slammed B2 closed or open. So, Jeff, you know what happened right at that very moment, right? So there were three of us on this side, including the engineer, and we all did this matrix move, because we were back behind the tape, and we all did this slow-mo lunging against the tape, but we were too slow, and that thing opened up. So you know what happened at that very moment, Jeff, right at that very moment. It was a very small cosm of what just happened with AWS. So what I'm saying is that most of us, any of us who've worked in this field, have been ground zero at these events. And when they happen, that's how quick they happen. Instantly. I mean, absolutely instantly. Somebody called B1 but threw B2. And when that happens, the next thing you get is the sound of silence. You get the absolute sound of silence, followed,
And not the disturbed cover, by the way.
No, you get the sound of silence followed by the herd of buffalo. As 50 people are running down that hall, busted into a colo, asking what happened, what happened. Something like that happened with Amazon Web Services. That's how quick it goes. That's how fragile this is. I don't think people quite get that. That's how fragile we're talking about. Somebody heard a call, repeated the call, and then just did something else. That's how quick that shit happens out there. And when it does, the recovery takes days or weeks. And for people to actually accurately assess the amount of damage that was done during this brief outage takes months. Now, this is where my friend Political comes into play, because it all lands on his desk. Every single bit of it, emails, documents, all this, figure out what went wrong and figured out how responsible we are for it. That's what the happiest day of my life is when I left that business. It's an important business. But when you don't have to deal with that bullshit, like we were dealing with that bullshit day after, and oh my God, poor Jeff. Yeah, that guy, he's still dealing with that shit, pal. Anyway, I'm sorry. That was a bit of a sidebar. This is my...
And just to tag into that, so Amazon is saying that they had an internal subsystem responsible for monitoring the health of the network load balancers that failed.
I know what happened.
That was the cause of all this. So yeah, somebody flipped a switch that they weren't supposed to flip.
You hear that, Jeff? The redundancy failed. That's what it was, man. I know exactly what happened here. I'm not going to tell it. I don't work for him, and I'm under no obligation. I know what happened, and I guarantee that Jeff knows what happened. Anyway, Bell, quick, I got another monologue. Again, guys, I'm rusty. All right, give me a break. I'm a little rusty. So, Bell, questions or comments, if we have anybody watching, please go.
Now, okay, so New Type said, yes, the depth will be built by the small teams until they're bought out by the big boys.
Yep. And that's I ain't gonna lie, man. Bell, you're frozen up again. Look, dude.
Really?
I'm in this for the ethos, all right? And we have built what I consider the perfect system. If somebody went and offered me $800 million to buy out our protocol right this second, sure, it's all yours, man. Look, I'm not stupid. Sure, it's all yours, because that will give me capital to build something even better. I think we're spot on with Sigea Cloud. And sure, if we get bought out, there you go. In fact, if we get bought out, I wouldn't even recommend you use it, because I'm not controlling it anymore. And if there's anybody in this industry, particularly what we're doing, that you can trust, it's me, because I'm a user and I know what I know. So no, if somebody threw us down an $800 million buyout offer, are you shitting me? Yes, I'm going to take it. And I'm going to take it and build something even better than what we actually have right here. And you're saying, why didn't you build it better now? Because I only got so much money, man. It's funny how that works. Isn't it weird? Anyway, go ahead and carry on, Bell. You're still frozen. But you're frozen in a good position.
I can tell.
No, it's a good position. So go ahead and talk.
All right. So, Sigea fan, and by the way, you accidentally timed him out.
Me?
So, yeah.
How the fuck could I do that? I don't even know how to do that.
You accidentally hit buttons? I don't know, but
yeah,
it says Sigea fan was timed out by KPOD network for 1.8K seconds.
I don't even know how to do that, but sure. Go ahead, carry on, Frozen Bell.
All right, so Sigea fan, scrolling back the live to hear that booze again.
Oh, okay. You wanted to know? Not a problem, man. I got to get Belle off the screen because she's frozen. 13th Colony Distilleries, Castrate. I have to hold it. I'm not wearing my glasses. All right, give me a break. 13th Colony Distilleries, Cask Strength Southern Bourbon Whiskey. It is 120 proof, and based on the fact that I can literally hear my eyebrows growing, suggests to me that it is in fact 120 proof. I'm a little tight right now. Guys, look, man, we're out there rubbing elbows, man. I have to do all of this shit sober. We met half, I was going to do another monologue, Belle. I'm not going to do the monologue. We're going to talk about the shows. It's just family night. I can do that. One of these guys, one of the chains that people that we talked to was called Chain Security. I'm very excited about Chain Security, and we're gonna get him on the show. I'm gonna try to get him on the show this week. And then if you guys can see what we're seeing and you understand the synergy between what they built and we built, I think it might revitalize you guys a little bit. But I have to do all of this sober, bone sober. I am retired, man. I'm retired. I'm in debt. I'm dead fucking broke. I mean, I'm jacked. I'm jacked to the tits right now. So alcohol helps. But we have to do all of these things completely sober. I am the most professional person you've ever seen. I'm sure Belle can attest to this. She's moving now, so I'll go back to this screen. I'm very, very professional. I shake hands. I don't do that middle finger thing. I'd like to have sex with you someday. I don't do any of that. All right. I'm very, very professional. I listen to your problems. I offer our solutions the way you would think that a professional company would do, and I do all that. But this right here is Scott's land. All right. And I'm going to do what I want, including getting tanked on really, really heavy booze, because this stuff is heavy. Anyway, we got a fresh song for you tonight. We'll play it. But Belle, if we got any other questions, I was going to do another monologue. Jason, I apologize. I'm not going to, bro. All right. We're going to go ahead and just have some fun, talk about what we learned out there, and see if anybody we get any response from the audience. But Belle, questions or comments, please go.
All right, so G Torres, Scott timed out a listener. Blame it on the alcohol. Blame it on the alcohol. Jamie Foxx. No, I'm because I know when he started drinking tonight, I'm gonna blame it on Scott having comments pulled up, and yeah, he hit buttons he
I
did
don't
not
know. The
intend to hit.
fucking phone is sitting right here, Carlos. I didn't even touch it. You guys have been watching me. Oh my God, man. The shit. I get blamed for everything. I mean, virtually
If it did,
everything.
if it didn't have if it didn't actually say, yeah, and it timed out by KPOD network for 1.8k seconds, I wouldn't blame you. But yeah, I mean
I don't
that's
know
kind of a pointer.
You know, for a tech entrepreneur and a tech co-founder, you would think I would know this shit better. But I don't care about YouTube. All right, I care about OmniFlix. I know how to use OmniFlix real well, even though I think they're going in the wrong direction right now. Hey, you guys ask, I offer. I think they're going in the wrong direction right now. I think what they were doing was just right. And Belle, you froze up. So
And I froze again.
Yeah, no. Go ahead. Belle, do we have one more question? Then I'll play a song while you fix yourself, and then we'll get back to what we actually did this week.
All right, Toot. Howdy, everybody. Great conversation with Corium.
Yeah. Of all the people, that's what's kind of funny to me is that of all the people, nobody's ever asked us for an interview. The only people who have ever asked us for an interview, and they've done it twice, has been Corium Concepts. That's it. Nobody cares. Adam doesn't care. By the way, get the fuck out. All right, this is not financial advice. I own zero. Get out. All right, they're all fucking wrong. I'm right. The next t-shirt you see me wearing is going to say, yeah, I told you I was right. The entire cosmos effectively across the board is wrong, man, because they have no interest in onboarding you. They're over here, and I saw all the posts from CryptoCito and all those other douchebags that are over there spending all you guys' money right now across the pond, talking to whomever about whatever, but none of it is going to pump your bags, and I'm a little bit shocked that you guys are still sticking around listening to this bullshit. It's been years. What kind of Stockholm syndrome are you truly suffering from if you still believe that these are the people that are going to lead you to nirvana? Because they're not. All right, you're screwed from the ground up. They still don't get it. They still don't understand that sometimes a business is about a single piece of paper, income on one side and expenditures on the other. And as long as the income, I got a big old spider, Belle, creeping down right now. I don't want to kill it. I leave spiders.
No, don't kill the spider.
I leave them alone because they leave me alone. But they kill the flies. They kill the flies that are in here, so it's kind of weird. All right. Anyway, Belle is going to talk to you guys for just a second. I'm going to queue up another song. So, Belle, pick a question or comment that you can answer. I'm going to flip over to you. I'm going to play a song. We'll be right back, guys. We're going to tell you all about the conferences. I got to deal with this because that fucker is way down there now. I don't know what kind of spider that is, but it looks like a brown recluse. And,
I doubt it.
Okay. Oh, there you go. You just
brown recluses tend to hide in areas you don't go frequently. So now they want to be left alone.
So now you're Steve Irwin. Is that what you're saying? Oh, and you're frozen. She can't do anything with the facial expression. Steve Irwin says it's not a brown recluse. Anyway, go ahead and take one, Belle. And I will queue up a song, and I'll be right back.
So, Sigea fan, and yeah, I am frozen at the moment. I don't know why. Yeah, Sigea fan, because I'm still timed out from Discord. When is the next movie screening on OmniFlix? Brought to you by Sigea Cloud. We haven't, because we've been so busy and on the road so much, we haven't planned anything yet. As soon as we do, we will let you guys know.
Yay. Okay. You know what? That's it. We're going to call it good, Belle. Say we will be right back on the KPOD network with the podcast.
And we will be right back on the KPOD network right after this song.
I dug my hands in the muddy ground. The deeper I went, the less I found. The gold I chased it turned to sand. It never comes easy. No, it never does. It don't give answers just because. You can cry, you can pray, you can plead with the skies, but it never comes easy, it don't compromise. I walked a road where shadows grew. The light was faint, but I pushed through. Each step I took felt like a chain. It never comes easy. No, it never does. It don't give answers just because. You can cry, you can pray, you can plead with the skies, but it never comes easy, it don't compromise. Now my voice it shakes, but still I sing. My soul is crying, but it's sprouting wings. Was broken down, can rise again. It never comes easy. No, it never does. No, it never does. It don't give answers. Oh, it's just because. You can cry, you can pray, you can plead with the sky, but it never comes easy. It don't compromise.
Not like that. And very braggy. It's so brother. English way. Hey,
And ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, Carlos, Toot, Jeff, Sigea fan, welcome back to the podcast. Thank you. This is interestingly, this is the first time. This is the first time I've been able to lighten up in like a week. We've been out, we've been rubbing elbows, we've been kissing ass, we've been shaking hands, doing all the stuff that is required of us. And you know what the funny thing, Belle, is? Imagine if we had sold a token. Imagine if we had funded ourselves with a token as opposed to going the traditional method. That we're out here doing this kind of hustle when nobody else in the entire goddamn space is. Imagine if we had the type of loyalty that we would have built up by now. It would have been just absolutely immense. But we didn't do that because we cannot compromise. That's the bitch of everything that we're doing over here, is that we simply cannot compromise. We know who our customer base is. We know who the people that we appeal to is, and they don't like crypto. You know how I know? Because we've been out there talking to them week after week after week. We're in this week. We're out next week doing the same goddamn thing. And guess what they don't want to deal with? Crypto bullshit. They just don't want to. We're right. They're all wrong. Belle, do we have questions or comments before we get into it?
All right. So, Nico J, can you share your concerns about OmniFlix with us without any bad judgment, of course, because I'm interested.
Yeah. And I love Sisla. I love the team. We played beer pong with them. We actually, oh, that's a perfect freeze. Look, she froze up again. Look at this.
Oh,
Someone take
man, come
take a
on.
screenshot real quick because it's perfect and there's nothing she can do about it because she's stuck up there on screen. Yeah, I feel now this is my personal opinion, and Sisla, bro, look, man, people ask, I'm gonna go ahead and give my opinion. You guys know that. I think they're going the wrong direction. I think they're trying to lean into meme culture. They're trying to lean into MySpace culture, and that was great. But the problem is that it was great because something thrived before doesn't mean that it's going to thrive again. I think that you need a new thing, and I don't believe that Omniflix hit it with this one. We haven't been broadcasting over there for precisely that reason because I don't think that they hit it. Now, anything I say or don't say is not going to affect their token price. And deep down, look, you guys are all fucking degens. We're all degens. And the thing that we care about is token price. Token price go up, tech good. Token price go down, tech bad. You guys all know because we've been saying this shit for years and years and years. But the direction that they're going right now, I don't believe is the correct direction. What I would have done had I been asked is completely lean in to decentralization and ethos and all that other good stuff. Because even if you only corner 1% of the planet or 0.1% of the planet, let's just pretend it's 0.1%. That is a massive number. And pivoting to appeal degens is an absolute loser long term. Short term, it might work out great. And I mean, I know it has. For a lot of rugs and a lot of the polls and a lot of the shit we see out here in Web3, short term is their complete mindset. They're not thinking about 6 months, 9 months, or 18 months from now. They're thinking about 2 months from now. That is not a sustainable model. Everything out here changes on a whim. It changes overnight. Web3, the narrative and all the other bullshit, it changes day by day by day. You have to pick your lane, stay in it, double down, triple down, and just ride it until it bucks you. I think what they're doing is a mistake. I think the direction that they're going is the wrong direction. We were actually going through the motions of integrating them into Sigea Labs, and we've stopped. This is not the right direction for them to go. Now, you asked, so I answered. And guys, I get it. Look, I'm the fucking demon. I'm the most evil guy in crypto because I dare to speak ill of what you are doing right now. But I think it's wrong. I think the way to go is sovereignty. Is we don't need AWS. Is we are completely decentralized 100%, and your voice will never be silenced here. I believe that that was the correct direction, the way that they started. They're not going that way now. So while it may appeal to the masses, I don't know, we haven't found that out yet. But while it may appeal to the masses, it will be brief. And the light that burns very bright burns very briefly. I would have went a different way. So I hope that answered the question. Belle, please carry on. And look, everybody knows it's you because it says
I know.
Bella H right there because your camera sucks. Go, Belle.
Well, no, it's not my camera itself. I'm not sure what the problem is.
AWS,
I'm working on it.
AWS. AWS is the problem. Yay!
All right. Anyway, so G Torres, ETA for Sigea on app stores yet? Don't say 2 weeks. Laugh out loud.
Honestly, man, look, I'll be real with you guys here, man. Look, we're kind of running into a little bit of a hiccup with them. You guys know, for purposes of distribution, and we are all about distribution right now, the fact that me and Belle are living our lives on the road should be every indication that you need that we're in complete distribution mode. They want us to build in a back door, man. That's literally why we're not on the store right this very second. They want us to build in a back door, and we won't. We refuse. We cannot. If we build in a back door, then we're just Dropbox with no brand or name recognition. That's all we are. We refuse. Now, our lawyer our law firms. They who grew up as a Google developer says, I'll get it through. But right this very second, that's the only reason we're not on the store right now, bro. Let me ask you, Carlos, would you feel more comfortable if we were on the store right this second with a back door? Now, you know the answer. I know the answer. We all know the answer. I'm asking obvious, stupid questions that I can answer to make myself seem more intelligent. But we will not do it. Now, we'll get it through. But it might take another week, another 2 weeks, another 3 weeks. We'll get it through. But we got to fight for it. Because if ethos is important to you, if we were any other fucking Web3 project out here in the entire Web3 world, we'd be on the store right this second. But I got to ask you, everybody that's out there right now, and I know we don't have a lot of reach, but everybody that's out there, are we about privacy or are we not about privacy? Because it's binary. You either have it all the way or you don't have it at all. Right now, you have it all the way. We cannot compromise on this. We will not bend the knee on this. If it takes us a little bit longer to get on the goddamn Apple Store, then it'll take us a little bit longer. But we're not going to compromise. We can't. Hope that answered the question. Belle, please, carry on.
Our lawyer actually does not want us to try and push and rush this through and appease the app stores. He's wanting to use our app once it goes live for himself.
Yeah, and he wants to bill me for more hours, Belle. Be ready. You know what? Doesn't matter. Go ahead, Belle.
Hey, you know what? He knows, and he is very good about billing only for services he provides, by the way. And we hit up him a lot.
Yeah, I pay him a lot of money. Go ahead, Belle.
All right. So, Timage, what about a web app with a link? Progressive web app.
Elaborate on that. I'm not sure what you mean by that, bro. Elaborate on that. Same Nat. I got a spider on the floor, bro. Spin webs. Catch this goddamn thing. Elaborate on that a little bit more, man. Tell me what you mean. I will openly admit that I'm out of touch with the younger generation, man. I'm Gen whatever I am. I'm 54 years old. So
he's saying, okay, like Venice AI did it.
I don't know what that means, Belle. You got
so we do have our web app is functional. It is just limited because we are not releasing the full version until we get on the app stores.
Yeah, and we're not.
So he's saying, okay, yeah, you could use the app without downloading. We have that already. It's SigeaCloud.io.
Yeah, man, go try it for yourself. SigeaCloud.io. If you send me your Sigea Cloud user ID, it's whatever you want it to be, bro. I'll send you songs. All right, every song that we play on here is available on the KPOD label. Like every time I say that, Belle, I feel like Napoleon. I shove my hand halfway in my coat, and I feel like Napoleon. Every song you hear on here is available on the KPOD label, and I'm happy to send them to you. All I need is your Sigea Cloud ID. Every single one of them is sitting in the storage of Sofa Ninja, whose name is Jason Anderson. I'm sorry if I doxed you, bro. If you want to quit. My name is Scott Potagill. I live in Des Moines, Iowa. Your name is Jason Anderson. I really don't know where the fuck you live. But we're a dox company because we're a privacy company. So we're not
all right.
And yeah,
Tim, okay, so we're getting more feedback from Timage. No, on iPhone.
Yeah, talk to me.
The web app works on iPhone as well, through the browser.
Through the browser? Oh, yeah. Oh, you're saying, are we mobile compatible? We are, in fact, mobile compatible. It's not as cool as the app itself. If you would like to try the app, we kind of closed up beta testing, and I don't want to bug Jason anymore, man. He's the greatest employee I've ever had. He doesn't ask that I pay him. He's the bomb. Yeah. Contact at Sigea Cloud.io. You guys work it out. I don't really care. Yeah, we are mobile compatible. It will work through the web browser mobily. It's not efficient. We're not going to make it efficient, man. That's not our intent. We have an app. We have an iOS app. We have an Android app. So even though we are mobile compatible, we don't really care about it. Belle, do you care a lot about us being mobile compatible? Belle,
No, not really.
there you go.
And
So
Timage, okay, without an APK, he says, okay, no, it's a new style of development without an APK.
I uh,
I'm not going to put any more on my dev team. They are already building on iOS, on web, and on Android. I'm not going to add that onto them too.
yeah,
Sorry, Timage, but no,
no.
that's too much.
And I appreciate it, brother. I do. But we're already building 3 individual applications at the same time, man. I can't afford a fourth. If you would like to send me $250,000, we'll do it exactly the way that you want it. But right now, we're doing what we do because we're trying to appeal to the Web 2 world. And when I say the Web 2 world, I mean the greater Web 2 world. I've never even heard of what you're talking about right now, but I'm not the most techish person in the world, but I like to think that I have the pulse of the people that we're building for, and nobody else has asked for it. So I appreciate it, and I will maybe mention it to one of my guys, but it's not going to be a real driving force for us. Anyway, carry on, Bella H.
All right, so comment coming in from X. There's only one way to do what Sigea is doing. There's only one way to do what Sigea is doing is the right way. No backdoor ever.
No, we can't, man. Because if we do a backdoor, then why did we bother with all the shit that we've bothered with, man? Privacy is binary, folks. All right, you either have it all the way or you don't have it at all. You cannot get a little bit pregnant. You're either pregnant or you're not pregnant. I hate to break it down to very, very brass tacks like that, but it's correct. And privacy is the same way, man. You can't be a little bit private. You're either all the way or you're not. With Sigea Cloud, in our current incantation, you are 100% private. If we bend the knee even a little bit, you're not. And for that reason, we can't bend the knee, man. If it takes us an extra couple weeks to get on the App Store, fine. I'm okay with that. But we're looking at 18 months from now, 36 months from now, 10 years from now. We're not looking at right now. We don't really care about right now. We care about 10 years from now. So if we waffle right now, then you can assume that we're just going to be a less brand recognizable Dropbox. That's not our intent. Belle, please carry on.
Right, so next one coming in from a Cache Alpha. Harsh words, people need to listen about decentralization. Glad Sigea was built right from the get-go.
Yeah, and you know what would be nice? Is if a cache would mention it. They just don't do it. Look, man, you guys are a tool. All right, you're a tool. You're one of a couple of tools that we use. Because deep down, Sigea Cloud is a bridge, man. We're a bridge from your Web 2 exposure to Web 3 privacy. That's effectively what we are. But we're 100% on an island out here, bro. A Cache Alpha, we are 100% on an island out here. With the exception of Corium, who has nothing to do with us realistically, unless they get us that VPN, Bell. If they get us that VPN, man, I'm all in on them. But we're looking for 2 different things from Corium, and if they deliver them, we are 100% a Corium app. Nobody mentions us. Cash doesn't mention us. Greg doesn't mention us. I asked him personally, would you like to try the app, Greg? And he said yes, and then I never heard from him again. Are we private? Are we into privacy, or are we not into privacy? Because as long as the solution exists, it suggests to me that the advocates should try it. It doesn't cost you shit. What, Belle?
All right, so a cache alpha, and I can confirm, okay, a cache alpha has been one of our testers, so I'm giving him that. He flat out says, okay, I'm working on it. They will know Sigea. I've got some clips just from this show.
You know what? And I'd ask you one further, bro. Are you enjoying the app? That's it, man. That's all I want to know is, do you enjoy the app? Do you find it easy to use? Could you see this being part of your life, part of your future, part of your routine? That's all we're looking for, man. That's all I want to know. Are you enjoying the app? Is it easy to understand? Is it easy to use? And is this something that you would integrate into your daily routine? Because that's what we're trying to do. I have been recording on this device right here. I have been recording this entire show because I need a file that is approximately 4.5 to 5 gigabytes, because I've been recording inside of the Sigea Cloud app and I want to upload it. I'm going to upload it as soon as we're done here. I'm going to send it up to the Sigea. And then anybody that would like it, I will share it with you, because that just proves that we can share 5 gigabyte plus files via mobile. And nobody knows that it happened. I'm so excited about this. I haven't even tried this before, Bella. It just occurred to me. A cache alpha, yeah, man. You guys have been out there right in there in the front of us, and I certainly appreciate it. We are using the cache servers, and we will continue to consume your servers until you're out. And when you're out, we will move on to whomever your competitors are, because we are resource intensive. This is a very resource intensive app. That means storage providers. That means compute providers such as a cache. And we're going to gulp them all down. I understand everybody, including the cache, including Greg Asuri, has been very big. AI, AI, AI. Everything's AI. Bell and I have been spending out in every single conference. Fully half of your Web 2 counterparts are AI in nature. They're all bullshit. There's nothing that we would utilize. What I'm saying is that your market is saturated. And if you want to make a smart pivot, you pivot to decentralization and privacy. That's the right direction for anything that's happening out here in Web3, because you will never get the traction that Web2 gets. You will never get it. 800 vendors that we just talked to, and 400 of them were AI in nature. And guess what?
Yeah.
None of them are using a cache. Be smart with this. You have the Willy Wonka golden ticket. Be smart with this. Bell, carry on, please.
I am going to tag on to the AI point. There was only one company, and no, it's not the one you're thinking of, Scott. That's a totally different thing. They do have some tooling, but they have human beings watching that tooling. So I'm not including them in that.
Yeah.
There is only one company at that conference that we talked to that is using AI in a way I think it should be used in. And I am very, very, very picky.
Was that transcription company?
Yes.
Oh,
Yes.
I'm so excited about these guys. We're gonna try to get them on the show. They were sharp. It was a very, very good application of artificial intelligence. It was 100% stellar application. The only thing that they didn't have was a privacy layer. And here we are. Isn't that funny how that works? Anyway, carry on, Bell.
It is funny. All right. So, Sigea fan, privacy matters. Ethos matters. Regarding our decision to wait until our lawyer fights our battle that we're paying him to fight so we can get on the App Store.
I don't even understand how this is a discussion. Yes, it's everything. It's everything. I have no problem only capturing 1% of Dropbox. If we have loyal clientele that keep everything within our ecosystem, I got no problem with that, man. 0.1% would wildly exceed our expectations of what we built here. Privacy is everything, because you either have it or you don't, period. There's not even any more discussion on that, Bell. You either have it or you don't. Carry on, please.
All right. So, comment coming in from X from a Cache Alpha. He said you regarding Sigea. He says, okay, absolutely regarding enjoying the app. Finally, a place to store my seed phrases.
Is it your seed phrases or is it your nudes? Is it your nudes? A cache alpha, because dude, you're over here in the Web3 space like the rest of us. It's very volatile and stressful. I'm not sure if you've noticed before. You're setting up dirty pictures, aren't you? I mean, we wouldn't know ever. There's no way we could know. But something tells me you just seem like that kind of cat, man. Between you and Carlos. Carlos seems like a nut too. Just my kind of people, man. I don't know what to say. Anyway, carry on, Bell.
Wow, that booze is hitting you really hard this
I am
evening.
100% sober. There is no alcohol in me at all. In fact, this was in fact, even though the glass says Sigea Cloud, privacy in your pocket, it's just apple juice. I'm just drinking apple juice tonight, Bell. You don't got to judge me. I don't need the judgment right now. It's been a long couple of weeks.
And everyone here knows that you've been doing keto, so apple juice is off the menu for you.
Yeah,
Yay!
am I looking better, guys? 173 pounds now. 173 pounds. I hope I'm looking better. Nobody says shit. You notice if it was you losing weight, everybody would be jumping all the fuck over it. But if it's me losing weight, all of a sudden, yeah, we don't give a shit about that.
Are you trying to say I need to lose weight? I already don't eat.
Is that what I said? Is that what it back me up here, guys? Is that what I fucking said? Is that the words I said? You see what I deal with day after day after day? She's great. Go ahead. Carry on, please. I gotta pee. Oh my goodness.
Wow.
I'm having such a good
And hopefully my camera is fixed for you guys now, and hopefully I'm still moving after 3 minutes.
No, you're great. You're in pure red light district, Bell. Go carry on.
Thanks, Scott. All right, we actually don't have any more questions for the moment.
Wonderful, and I see that we've been a little bit over time. All right, guys. We had to get our wheels back under us. I apologize. And I said I was going to give you 2 of them tonight. I didn't. I gave you 1, bro. Chop it up. I'll send out some videos. Oh, man, it's time that we start getting serious about this. We've been playing around, and it's been fun, but it's time to get down to the nitty-gritty because we're about to launch. So I appreciate you guys indulging me tonight. It's been very, very stressful. These last few weeks have been incredibly stressful, but we keep cranking it out. If you haven't visited the web app in a while, that's at sigeacloud.io. If you haven't been there recently, you haven't been there at all. Drag and drop has been implemented because you wanted it. You got it. I've never used it. I tested it to make sure it functions, but it's not something I would ever use. But you guys want it. You got it. You're going to get the similar quality of life. We're in complete quality of life build right now. And we figuring we got 2 or 3 weeks to really get the quality of life pushes in. But your data is not going to be removed. Consider the app live right now. You're not paying me for it. But consider it live right now. Your data is not going to be removed. Your accounts are not going to be reset. We're good. What you have on your devices right now is effectively what we're going to be launching. Hopefully, we can get 1 cleanup phase in there, Bell. We got to put a little bit of polish on the Titanic before she goes down. So we're hoping for 1 more big push before it goes through. If not, fuck it. We're going to shoot the dice and the chips. They'll land however they land. Appreciate you guys joining us tonight. We're going to be back tomorrow. We're going to be live all this week because next week we're back out hustling. But if you have any questions, comments, or you know what? I'm stepping over you, Bell. Bell likes to say this stuff. So I'm going to turn it over to Bell while I go potty. You're going to have to talk for about 35 seconds here, Bell, so I can come back and cut the stream. Had a wonderful time tonight, guys. We're going to be back. I'm going to give you a little bit more crypto reality because that's what we do here. Can't thank you enough. Bell, talk us up. Take us up.
All right. So, Toot, I see your comment saying, I'm behind you, Scott and Bella. I'm your Hufflepuff. All right. Well, Toot, I identify as a Ravenclaw. That's my thing. Anyway, guys, as always, for those of you who joined us this evening, we cannot say thank you guys enough. We do appreciate each and every one of you guys and the comments and questions you send our way. Now, with that being said, we are going to be back on tomorrow night at 6 p.m. Central Standard Time. In between now and tomorrow night, if you guys have any other comments, questions, or concerns, and apparently I can't talk tonight, definitely don't hesitate to reach out to either Scott or myself, Scott at thepodcast.com or Bella at thepodcast.com, and we'll get those answered for you. Again, we cannot thank you guys enough. Your support and your questions mean the world to us, and we'll see you next time.
You better still be talking, Belle, because I just got back. Did you read us out? Are we done?
Yes, we're done. I did read us out.
I said Belle, or I heard